What happened over there, buddy?
Oh, like open sideways.
What happened? I beat you in a race here.
Look, it's not opening.
Oh no!
It's really not. What the fuck happened?
No. What do we do? How do you open it then? What do you do?
What do I do here?
I don't know.
Am I just gonna have to like suck it out of the can?
Oh, yeah, you are.
Can sucker.
Probably said that about you. You were a can sucker on Final Wrestling Place this week.
I was a fanny sucker. Look, the tab's actually
is it really
breaking. Yeah.
Huh.
Look at it.
Well, how do we fix that?
I don't know. Do you have like a puncher?
Live on air. Brett's can won't open.
That's why. See, it was bullshit. All right, now we're
Problem solved.
I'm sure that sounds great on the mic.
Problem solved. Live on air.
Fuck
the opening of a can with a butter knife. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's delicious. I hope you're recovering. It says recover on the can of Monster you're drinking. Is it a new kind of Monster? Monster Rehab?
No, it's just non-carbonated.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to cut down on the carbonated drinks.
Okay.
So, you know.
What do you got against carbonation?
Sometimes when I just drink too much carbonation, I get too bloated.
You get bloated. Yeah, I get that too. That's why I don't
it gives
drink so
me
much.
A bellyache.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. Well,
I don't like that.
Yeah, nobody wants you to have a bellyache, pal.
No.
We're here for your safety and
because then I'll be
comfort.
Rootin' tootin' all the time. I'm just a rootin' tootin' cowboy.
You are a rootin' tootin' cowboy.
That's all.
Welcome to WeNeedWrestling. In case you didn't know, if you hadn't been here before.
If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Brother.
I'm DJ, and that's Brett.
Hey. Yeah.
What are we just? I'm sorry, my brain is scrambled because we just watched the debut of Ash by Elegance.
We certainly
on TNA.
You're a big asshole, so
I'm a giant asshole. That's true.
Oh,
I'm an ash head, ash face, ash hole.
She's gonna start calling her fans assholes.
Yeah, Ashy Larry's.
Fuck yeah, Ashy Larry's great.
Yeah, so that wasn't great. I mean,
it certainly wasn't. Pal.
Just because we literally just watched it before we sat down to record, I'll cover it right now from TNA. Ash by Elegance, the former Dana Brooke, the wrestler that I have said is arguably the worst wrestler in modern professional wrestling.
The one that you professionally love too.
Yeah, Lexus King given a run though. They're like the two sides of the same coin.
I don't watch that.
But she's had a squish match against somebody. She has a handler on TV that I thought was just TNA's regular ring announcer. And when he went over to the job lady, he was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Is this how TNA handles people we don't know?"
I would love if they should. They should start doing that.
They should. And who are you?
Hey, what's your name, kid?
And I will say that Ash by Elegance, we have to say the full name all the time, right? It's not just Ash, it's Ash by Elegance.
Ash by Elegance.
She didn't actively mess anything up. Like, most of it looked like garbage.
Yeah.
She's using a swanton, kinda.
That's more just like a front flip.
Yeah, it's just like a front flip senton off the top.
Rarefied air.
She's an in-ring talker now.
Uh-huh.
A lot of it is just, look how beautiful I am. I'm so beautiful. But also
hit me.
Yeah,
hit me. You think you can hit me?
Because she was so good at focusing on being a wrestler that she needed to add a second thing to happen at the same time that she needed to focus on. But again, she didn't actively mess anything up. It just, as a whole, it looks like Duty. She's just terrible.
Duty.
Terrible professional wrestler.
Hey, remember when like TNA had that buzz when like Will Ospreay worked there and.
Yeah, and then they
fired
the only guy behind the scenes that anybody fucking liked.
And now literally nobody gives a shit again.
And all the wrestlers are like putting up hourglasses on their fucking social media because they're waiting for their time to run out. And then they hamstring Josh Alexander. And then by the look of the fans that I just saw in the crowd here, they could give less of a fucking shit. I don't know where they were filming it from. Do they still have like a permanent residence somewhere?
No, they set up shop at like everywhere.
Yeah, so they tour and then, but like, I mean, small places obviously, but like that crowd didn't give a shit. They weren't excited to see this show.
No.
Or at least not excited to see the product they were being given.
Well, let's see when they come to Philly in a month.
Then they signed Kushida, right? That's where Kushida is now, just wallowing in filth.
I think he can go work Japan,
Sure.
like New Japan in Japan, but he can't do anything else in the States.
Crazy.
Hey, I guess.
Yeah.
Make a paycheck, brother.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. He's not a young guy, so
No, he's certainly
So yeah,
not.
let him make his money.
And he has bad hair.
Is Impact Kushida?
It's real bad now.
Really?
He's balding.
Oh, that's a shame.
And he does a weird... it's just
So
odd.
does Impact really pay better than New Japan for these guys?
I think a lot of it, too, is these guys over in the States.
Yeah.
You know, they like it over here.
Yeah.
Like, I think Kenta
Land of the free, home of the brave, brother.
Kenta lives here.
Yeah, right.
I think Kushida lives here, too, now.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I just don't want to go back.
Weird.
That's my assumption. I don't know.
All right, well.
We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
That's right. Freedom ain't free.
Costs $1.05.
How was your week, buddy? Let's get to that part of the show.
Well,
Doing good. We got tons. We don't not tons to talk about. We have a little bit less to talk about, but we'll make up for it.
So,
but there's no collision this week.
no. So since we've last recorded,
Yes,
I've been on 2 different podcasts.
you have been.
I'll plug them now.
Okay.
You can check out on the At Odds with Wrestling Patreon the TNM Sports Talk NBA midseason check-in.
Yes.
With Tim.
Dropped the same time as the All-Star Weekend.
Yes, with Tim, Marcus, and Dwicky. That was a lot of fun. If you're into basketball, check it out. I miss Hoops Chat, and that's my homage to Hoops Chat.
Okay.
And then
Hoops Chat.
that was the basketball podcast with one Mr. R.D. Evans.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Short-lived, but it was fun.
All right.
And then Sunday night, I was recruited to go on to Final Wrestling Place with
Yes.
Tim and Marcus.
Was that your first time on Final Wrestling
Yes.
Place? That's funny. I didn't
Yeah.
realize, because when I was listening to that, they were like, oh, they've had both of us on. And I was like, surely they had you on before.
No, that was my first one.
All right.
Pop my cherry.
There you go.
We were talking about American wrestlers in Japan that were huge in Japan, and
Yes.
why they weren't as big in the States.
Absolutely.
And that was a lot of fun, and then it transformed into like your favorite run-ins.
Yes.
And clearing house. So
Sure.
that was a good time.
Yeah.
Go listen to them. Final Wrestling Place.
Officially, my answers is my number one answer officially is Scott Norton.
Okay.
I think Norton is I think like for if weighing like I wish like a guy like Vader was as big here as he was there, but Vader still had a lot of good stuff.
That's why I didn't say Vader.
But weighing the like run here versus the impact they had in Japan, Norton's is like the most sort of offset.
Yeah.
For just being sort of just a powerhouse random mid-card guy, NWO background guy for so long. But literally while he was doing that, he had the IWGP belt around his waist.
Yeah, doing squashes on Nitro.
Right. Like
Blows my mind every
yeah.
time.
And then also the one that I gave you for the show that you said and I'm
Yeah.
proud of was Furnace and LaFon.
Absolutely.
Great, incredible tag
I
team.
need to check in with them and see if they watched that match.
Right.
Against Kobashi and Kikuchi.
Kobashi Kikuchi. It's crazy.
Because Ed said, said to Marcus, he's like, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
I love that match.
That match alone is why I make sure I put Kikuchi in my Fire Pro games.
Absolutely,
I
dude.
fucking like
That match
Kikuchi
is
a lot.
fucking incredible.
Kikuchi's a dude that I really do like a lot from that era too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Furnace and LaFon / Crawford, same guy, 2 different names. Really
Just
underrated
what a
tag
night
team.
and day.
Yeah.
It's crazy from Japan to the States.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, because like what was their ECW stuff? It was okay.
It was okay.
It's okay.
The WWE stuff was bad.
Bad.
Yeah, it was real bad.
But yeah.
Do you want to...
Yes. Let's. What are we doing? Where are we at? Where we're talking? You're good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Week's been good. Life's
yeah,
been okay.
man. We're now post Madam Web.
We are.
So we
We
can...
post Madam Web twice.
Yeah, you're nutcase. So that dust is settled now.
It sure has. In all the crevices of the world.
So, since we already talked about Final Wrestling Place, do you want to
Okay.
answer their questions right
Oh,
now?
we're gonna blow up the order this much?
Why not, man? Let's
right.
freestyle a little bit,
Okay,
right?
people are gonna. I thought we were gonna talk about some wrestling news.
Well, we have some
but
other questions
All right,
also.
okay.
So,
all right, since we're
Yeah.
plugging them, since you were on it this
Yes,
week, we're gonna
yeah.
mess up the order. And right
Shout
now,
out my dogs.
We're gonna jump to the
And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
and T and MCs.
did you get a new phone case?
No,
Looks green.
it's always been green.
Oh,
It's actually falling apart.
Oh.
I need a new one. Well, been green for 2 years.
Well, fuck my ass. All right, so the TNMZ question of the week.
TNMZ question of the week.
This is the T part.
T part.
I want the two of you to regale us all on the
Yes.
inverse of the question we did on Final Wrestling Place. Tell us about the top Japanese stars that you wish would have done more in the States.
Okay.
Tim's answer is Keiji Muto, saying, while Great Muto was legit, a human Muto in the U.S. would have equally ruled.
Okay.
So I'll give you the floor first.
So here's where my initial thought went. And while he's not like a favorite of mine in Japan in any way, and this is hard because I can obviously be like, Kenta Kobashi had the best match against Samoa Joe and Ring of Honor. I wish he had done more here. I wish he at least knew that he was loved here. But I'm going to go. I have two names that popped in my head, and I'm going to go on two guys that had limited American exposure already that were big stars in Japan. My first one is Nakanishi.
Okay, little Kurosawa
and WCW.
All right.
So the opportunity was there, and that's sort of where these two people are going to go. Is that the opportunity was already there? Because I can hamstring Kenta Kobashi or Misawa in anything, right? But Kurosawa, as Kurosawa in WCW, Nakanishi, giant star in Japan. Probably could have been used a hell of a lot better in WCW. Great look, great physique, very talented wrestler. So he was my initial thought because the exposure was there.
Is he the one that got randomly hit by that disco ball one time?
I don't remember.
Or did he hit Alex Wright?
I
know Doug knows right, and he's screaming right now. Doug, you answer me tomorrow.
The other one
demand it.
Is and he's super famous, right? And he's an absolute legend. But WWF just had basically no idea what to do with these guys when they had them, and he never I don't know if ever, I don't recollect, maybe he showed up, but for all of the masked men in WCW of that era, he never really showed up. Is Great Sasuke.
Yeah, that's a hell of an answer.
Because Sasuke and Taka had amazing matches in WWF.
They sure did. I think that was a Canadian Stampede.
Right, but they had no idea what to do with their juniors, with their light heavyweights. And then
the Great Sasuke.
And Sasuke is a legitimate legend, and everyone knows him because of his legend, and it also ties into a little piece of news we can talk about in a bit. But
okay.
But so he also had the opportunity, and then when WCW happens, and maybe he's on WWE contract stopped him. I don't know what the terms of all that were, but you have Ultimo, you have all the Lucha stars, and then you get even Ultimo students coming over and all this sort of stuff. Sasuke would have been insane against Rey Mysterio in WCW in 1996.
Could you imagine?
Would have been crazy. Cool. But when we all know who he is, everyone knows Great Sasuke. But he never had that run here. It's just he was this amazing talent that when you saw Japanese footage or tapes, he was one of the dudes you went to. So those are my answers, just based on...
Those are two very good answers.
Very talented men who've already had a little bit of American exposure, so I don't have to shoehorn them in anymore.
I like that. So my first answer is Hayabusa.
Okay. Great answer.
That's a guy that was such a star in Japan. And I know the CW match, right. We all know. Great match, of course. But could you imagine him in 98, 99 WCW tearing it up with the cruiserweights?
Right.
Even
Hayabusa versus Blitzkrieg?
Fucking hell. Can we go put Fire Pro make that happen right now?
Right.
Yeah, definitely Hayabusa.
Well...
and then my number 2, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Okay, I mean the John Cena of Japan, absolutely.
And here's where I'm going to tie it in.
Only who may have enough sense to just say no comment instead of running his.
Well, yeah. So here's my Tanahashi thought.
Okay.
And I'm not Howard the Dave. I'm not calling you out.
Right.
But.
Put him in 89, team up with the Rock and Roll Express.
Fucking hell, could you imagine?
Just time machine
could
back 10
you
years.
imagine the Rizats?
Right. Absolutely. Oh, my God.
Just running.
Falling from the rafters, brother.
I could say so much more.
Yeah.
But he said, maybe a year or so ago, that he doesn't get Tanahashi.
Okay.
And that's where it's like, dude, what you see now, it's not it.
Right.
Like, this isn't Tanahashi now. Like,
Right.
it's still Tanahashi, but it's not prime Tanahashi. Right. And I'm happy you said that. The John Cena thing.
John Cena.
Could you imagine, like, Tanahashi, John Cena?
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, like Tanahashi and a younger Orton, even Orton now would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's a guy that was so charismatic, and I feel like he would have made a lot of money over
Handsome,
here.
great look, like just everything about him. Yeah, for sure.
So those are my two.
Okay, I like it.
That was a great question, Tim.
Yes, thank you, Tim Z.
And now the M part.
Yes.
So Marcus's follow-up question is, he has seen. So I'm gonna take his whole quote here.
Okay, whole quote.
Let me get the whole quote
Air
here.
quotes.
I don't want
quote unquote.
So he said, I don't know too much about Muda in Japan.
Yeah.
Like when or if he started to get stale or if he needed to go away and learn a new hold. Mm-hmm. But I thought he fit great in WCW in summer '97 when he comes over to team with Chono versus the Steiners.
Okay.
And I wish he stayed longer during that time. Mm-hmm. He said, I guess my follow-up question is, when would have been the ideal time for Muda to spend some extended time in the U.S.?
1993 WCW.
Yeah.
you sadly you have to sacrifice what he's doing in the mid 90s in New Japan.
Yeah.
But like the 93 and early 94 WCW where it's the underdog by far, like pre-Hogan, like get him in there when like it is really an underrated time in wrestling. The fans are already familiar, and for Tim's side of that question, Mudo works better in that time than Muda.
I think I probably agree with you. Mudo would work better during that.
Yes.
I know Muda and Mudo, listen, they're two different things.
They're two different people.
They're two different people.
Keiji Muto's just the Great Muda's handler.
That's true. That's true. I'm so happy you said that.
Yeah.
So when he won the NWA title, what was that, 93?
Was it 93? No, I thought it was 91.
I'm pretty sure it was 93.
Was it?
Yeah. So he beat Chono in January 93 for the NWA World title.
Okay.
I don't think he holds it long, though.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't on TV. It was just
but
wherever.
So
Because
Mudo,
he was Battle Bowl in 91.
Mudo,
Is that 91?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Mudo, I would want 2003 bald Mudo.
Oh, well, I mean,
when he reinvents
right.
himself.
Yeah, that's my favorite dude. Like, if you're talking about like going away to learn a hold, he never went away.
Yeah, he never went away.
But he learned a new hold. He invented a new hold.
Yeah,
that then everybody took.
Swept the nation,
swept the world.
I'd probably say like 03, 04 Mudo in WWE.
So
that would be kind of wild.
That's a super interesting idea, and I like yours better than mine. One, because as I've said, like as far as Keiji Muto goes, that's my favorite Keiji Muto era. But that's also the time historically where All Japan is failing.
Sure.
He's in New Japan. He gets loaned to All Japan, eventually leaves New Japan, convinces All Japan to make him the president, and then he puts himself over and all that shit, and his great matches, Quad, all that sort of shit. But because around that time, there is a window of him to go somewhere else because he's slipping down New Japan's card. He feels he has so much more to give, which he does. And so there is that like opportunity where you can just blink in and be like, come here. And yeah, bald old man, like the looking a little bit like Steve Austin, like the gray goatee.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a good answer. He'd be awesome. I mean, it would be WWF, sadly, but
you want to give me like 2003? I don't know. Muto versus Randy Orton back then.
Like 19-year-old Randy.
Yeah, they'd tear it up.
A lot of good young guys now that like then were like really motivated wrestlers.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Muto, Shelton Benjamin.
Oh my God, yeah. That didn't. That
I'm
never
sure
happened?
that probably has happened.
Sure,
but,
that's happened.
Those are two great questions.
Yeah,
so,
good questions.
Tim, Marcus, we love you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Y'all, they're coming, what is it? We'll be seeing them in a couple weeks.
Week and a half, 2 weeks or so.
Let's fucking go. All right, you want to do
Good
news?
questions. Yes, let's do news.
I have a piece of news.
All right, what is it? What you got?
It got announced today. I don't think there was an official announcement, but it's kind of broke everywhere.
Okay.
That Forbidden Door is going to be held in June this year at Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens. That's going to be expensive.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
But I think we kind of have to go.
Gonna try.
We're going to definitely try to go because...
Gonna try.
Yeah, I need to. I just need to. That'd be cool as shit to see wrestling in a stadium like that. And I understand it's not your typical stadium per se, but I think that'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
as
What do you think? Why are you thinking expensive? Just because of the cost of talent? So has Forbidden Door been known to be expensive? More expensive than AEW already is.
I think it's just Queens, Arthur Ashe, New York City, expensive.
Because we went to the Prudential Center pay-per-view and it wasn't so bad.
No, that wasn't at all. But I just think it's location, premium show, sort of.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Let's fucking make it happen.
It'll be really interesting too because of the hometown aspect of some wrestlers they like to pull off some stuff with. That might be where Eddie falls.
I don't know. I don't even know who Eddie would wrestle at that point. I don't even know who. That just made me warm inside. All right. Well, there's your main event. Eddie versus Shingo.
Yeah. But.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right.
The other piece I have, and it just popped in my head. So
Yes.
if you already have it down, I apologize. Wrestle Universe. Mm-hmm. They're bumping the price up a little bit.
That's what I said I wanted to talk about.
Okay,
with Sasuke.
go ahead then.
No,
Go
you
ahead.
can go ahead. But that was my reference about Sasuke.
Okay, go ahead.
The price is going up like $3 or something a month. But you're getting Ganbare Pros. They're already on there.
They're staying on there.
Yes. And then we're getting Michinoku Pro.
Which is fucking wild.
Which is the Sasuke tie-in. Like, that's... I mean, I don't know if we're going to get a back catalog. That'd be pretty rad.
That'd be nuts.
But, I mean, if that's the case, that means we'll start talking about some notable Michinoku Pro on this show.
I think Sendai Girls is getting added as well. So
that's where, if you're going to... Again, obviously, I don't want to be paying $30-$40 a month for this kind of shit.
No.
But go up a couple bucks to get a promotion like Michinoku Pro in there. I'm not going to be mad about that at all.
Not at all.
Especially because I only really use that service for DDT and Tokyo Joshi Pro. Like Noah sometimes, but not as much. Not as much as the other ones, seemingly. So, but yeah, that's cool as shit, man.
I'm not mad about it.
I like that. I like that plan.
Yeah, good shit.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't even know I couldn't even tell you who's in Michinoku. Is Billy Ken Kid still there? I have no idea. But
I think Fujita Junior Hayato's there.
Oh yeah, okay.
I watched the Michinoku Pro match last year, and he was in it.
Yeah,
It was really good.
Well, there you go. Super Delphin still there? What's
is Shun Skywalker there?
Shun's Dragon Gate guy.
Dragon Gate. That's right. Okay,
They have their own service. That'd be great if they joined, but they have their own.
Just wrap it all into one,
Right.
And then what I see too, New Japan's like partnering with like a Costa Rica wrestling
that's
promotion
weird.
or something.
Okay.
All right, sure.
Whatever.
Why
Why
fuck
not?
not?
Why not?
Let's party.
Everyone work together.
Come together.
Right.
Right now.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I do have one other thing before I Google the news. Jennifer Pepperman.
I don't know what that is.
That Jennifer Pepperman is the she just got signed by AEW. She's the former WWE writer.
Oh,
Emmy winner. And she is she left WWE last week. Some reports saying over the allegations against Vince McMahon. Some have said that she was basically Sasha Banks's like personal writer there.
Okay.
And I'm assuming with Boss Town happening.
Boss Town.
So she's joined as VP of Content Development.
Okay.
So let me see. There's the press release here. AEW CEO and head of creative Tony Khan announced the award-winning director and producer Jennifer Pepperman has joined AEW today as vice president of content development. A professional wrestling producer and senior writer since 2017, Pepperman was a prolific director and executive producer of renowned soap operas, including As the World Turns, One Life to Live, and After Forever. Pepperman won 3 Daytime Emmys for Best Directing across her career, bringing decades of experience in production and directing to AEW. Pepperman will work alongside CEO and head of creative Tony Khan in the development of content for Dynamite every Wednesday, Rampage every Friday, and Collision every Saturday. So it looks like she's going to be helping him with some storylines and some production and sort of whatnot.
I rock with it.
Adding Jennifer Pepperman's brilliant mind to the AW team opens the door for exciting new ideas and will help us build upon the incredible stories currently developing on the road to AEW Revolution across our 3 weekly shows on TBS and TNT, and the effects of Jennifer's arrival in AEW will be felt for many years in the future. We're thrilled to welcome her today, and I look forward to her creativity and collaboration with our team across the board in what will be AEW's biggest year yet and beyond. So yeah, she worked for WWE for a long time and whatever. So that's the big piece of news there. And also, I'm pretty sure when we were doing our year-end wrap-up show last year that I said by the end of this year, Tony Khan was going to have some sort of help writing team around him.
You did.
Certainly looks that way. But we'll see. One person isn't a team. I'm not saying I'm Notre Dugis here, but
Notre Dugis.
But it's getting close. It's getting close.
Notre Dugis.
All right, let me I guess Nostra Dugis, but whatever. Let me Google the pro wrestling news. John Cena has joined OnlyFans.
Isn't it for that movie coming out?
Is it?
I think so.
Ricky Stanicky.
Yeah, it's like the Friends of Ricky Stanicky, I think
Cena
it's
plays
called.
Ricky Stanicky character in the comedy movie Ricky Stanicky. Written by Peter Farrelly, Zac Efron, William Macy, star, Amazon Prime. Okay, well that's Ricky Stanicky. That was a Ricky Bobby, but also what's that? Corky Roberts. It's very similar.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, wasn't that like a David Spade movie or what's his name? Who was
Nick
Mango?
Swardson?
Who was Mango? What was that dude's name?
Chris Kattan.
Hold on, what did I say? Dickie Roberts? Is that what I said?
I think so.
Dickie Roberts, former child star.
Was that Chris Kattan?
It was David Spade.
Okay. What was that real bad Nick Swardson movie? That was sort of like the same premise.
Oh my god, I have no idea.
I don't remember.
Do you want me to look it up?
No.
Okay.
I just remember I like Nick Swardson when he was Terry on Reno.
Oh yeah, that's the only place I like him. If that dude's not on rollerblades and a belly shirt, I'm not interested.
he's something else.
Let's see what else we got in news. O'Shea Jackson Jr. said some stuff.
I don't care.
I listened to it and I didn't understand his point. I do. So I listened to a little bit. Here's my recollection of it, and maybe it's wrong, but whatever. It's my fucking podcast. He said that like he tries to watch other things, but like when AEW brings people in, like from Japan or other promotions, he doesn't know who they are, and AEW doesn't do enough because there should be video packages for these people to tell me who they are, so that I know why I should give a shit. When WWE does it, they do video packages and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that's not entirely true at all. No. Commentary puts it over. And also, we all have tiny computers in our pockets at all hours of the day that you're on anyway.
Yeah, you literally could just go,
right?
Google,
right?
Twitter,
right?
YouTube.
Turn off fucking Stardew Valley. And people still play that game? I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
And just Google who Tomohiro Ishii is. You'll be better for it.
Yeah.
Or just watch the match and be like, this guy looks cool.
Yeah, and then just find out more.
Because listen here, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Oh, boy.
We used to not have complete access to the internet when we were watching wrestling.
That's right. We used to tape trade fucking millennial
I'm not even talking tape trading. I'm talking like we used to not have the internet, or when we did have the internet and there wasn't like massive databases of this shit all over the place, you would have to still see somebody wrestle and go, who's this guy? I want to look him up.
How much does that guy weigh?
Do a little bit of the work. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of the work, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Hashtag do the work.
Seemingly you've never done in your life, you Nepo baby.
Den of Thieves was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That was a good movie.
Okay. He played his dad in the...
Yeah, it was fucking great.
Good. Yeah, he was good for sure. Let's see. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Danny Garcia, not Daniel Garcia, but Danny Garcia, $7 production set to develop a Ric Flair film.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hopefully they don't sign the guy that was in the goddamn Iron Claw.
I hope not.
But a lot of glossing over things in that fucking movie. A puff piece about Ric Flair, that's going to be silly.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is the one that sort of caught my eye, and this is the last thing I'll talk about in news. AEW had to nix plans for Sting and Jeff Hardy on Dynamite. Jeff Hardy was supposed to have a key role in Wednesday's Dynamite. We got that broken nose.
He sure did.
Oh, okay. This is a misleading headline. Meltzer also noted AEW originally had plans for Sting to appear on the show. Instead, Sting did a backstage segment. The headline made me think they were going to do Sting, Jeff Hardy. And we've done that before.
Sure don't want to do that again.
So, but Dummy Dave is saying that maybe with Sting's father passing away is why he wasn't on
Oh, that would
television
make sense. That
proper,
would make
just
sense.
on a pre-tape. Do you want me to go to page 2?
Sure.
Page 2. Oh, jeez. There's nothing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
Oh, well, the Forbidden Door and Arthur Ashe. We already talked about that. So that's it for news. That
was beautiful.
Pro Wrestling News.
That was beautiful, brother.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so I guess we'll get.
Where are we going?
Shit, we talk.
Who are we talking about?
Some shit we watched.
What do we
this
got?
week.
Where are we talking? Who we at?
I talked. We talked a little bit on Final Wrestling Place about the Rock promo.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't see it.
You know, so I think some people overreact a little bit to things. You know.
Well, The Rock is. The Rock is a dated act at this point, right? He's not looking to update his business.
It is what it is.
That you're getting I guess to what today he said his girlfriend Seth Rollins or whatever.
So that was a backstage
Yeah.
thing for social media.
But The Rock he's a dated act. It's a nostalgia act through and through. So Hulk Hogan, when he comes out, he's still doing the same shit he did, being racist and flexing his arms for 40 years ago. So it's just a nostalgia act.
Yeah.
You would think a guy like Rock would try and spice it up a little bit. But also, I would assume the things they're doing with The Rock isn't the original plan for The Rock.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are trying to break down the camera angles of things he said. And when he said certain things, the camera's showing that it was pointing at Roman. I don't know, man.
Right.
Just, if you're going to watch it, great. If not, all right, shut up.
Right.
I'm just tired
And
of
that's
it.
the thing. He's a dated act. I would hope, I'd hope that he would update and to be better and try and be entertaining. But I also think probably a lot of this was thrown on him as hey, Rock, we need you to do this now because this is how this story went. So go out there and cut a heel promo. He's like, wait, I'm going to do what now?
Listen, if you don't,
All right. Well, Rudy Poo.
If you don't want him saying
Hermie. He call anybody Hermie yet?
No, he did not. But
right.
he did say he was going to slap the herpes off the fatty's lips in the front
See,
row.
there you go.
So,
It's just, he doesn't know what it's just
Dwayne.
What's he doing? He
Dewey.
doesn't know how to be a bad guy anymore.
It's just Dewey, man.
The light has been out
He
of
really
that guy's...
hasn't been a bad guy since in 20 years.
Right, and the light is pulled out of his eyes after Black Adam, so he's just there's nothing in him. This is a hollow shell of a human being who has lost his way. It was one time the biggest. It started in movies as the Tooth Fairy, and then became the biggest movie star in the world.
He did.
So big that he thought he could bully Warner Brothers into making him the head of a studio.
He really did.
And then when the movie failed, it broke him, and he is a hollow shell of a Scorpion King that we once knew.
He's still my Scorpion King.
Still my Scorpion King.
So Monday Night Raw. All right, listen, it's a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
This show got bookended by really good matches.
Okay.
They opened up Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes.
All right.
Drew is doing such good heel work right now.
Yeah.
And I'm very invested in him, and I want to see him succeed.
Okay.
Match was very good. Drew got the win at the end because Jimmy Uso runs out to distract Cody. And Cody has Drew up for the crossroads, and Solo jumps up on the apron and gives him the Samoan spike.
Okay.
Like Mania last year,
Yeah.
It cost him the match. So Drew wins. It doesn't really mean anything because Drew's in the Elimination Chamber on Saturday at 5 a.m.
Well, it was Cody, so Cody doesn't need to be in that.
Yeah, it was just like a match that, I don't know. This show, one thing I will say, I'll give them credit. They showed a little video package before their match as to why they're fighting.
Just like O'Shea Jackson Jr. wanted.
Just like he wanted.
See, they're listening.
But it's
O'Shea.
different. It's different, production,
Jackson
which I like.
Jr., yeah.
I thought that was cool. And then the main event for the Intercontinental title, Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Okay.
Again, match was very good. They let these guys go multiple segments. I think the first match went 3 segments. This match was 3 segments. Jay is about to beat Gunther, and all of a sudden you just hear the bell ringing during the 3 count, and they pan over and it's Jey Uso doing it. So that Jay
Are they
or
brother
Jimmy
versus
Jimmy
brother
Uso,
at Mania? Is that what
yes,
they're going to do?
they're going to do Jimmy versus Jay at Mania.
Have they not met singles yet?
No.
Okay.
Which somebody had the bad faith argument of, when's a brother versus brother match ever been good? And a lot of people
Cody, Dustin, the Blood and Guts match.
That was one of the examples.
One of the best matches in AEW history. And a top 2 match for Cody, if not number 1.
That was one of the examples. Another of the examples will be the 30-year anniversary of this match at WrestleMania.
Okay.
WrestleMania 10. Brett Owen.
Brett Owen's one of the best matches.
Like
one of the best WrestleMania matches ever. Like stack every WrestleMania match up, and that's in the top 10, if not 5.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, people were just I don't know.
Also, Bruce Hart, Brett Smith Hart, also very good. Booker T, Stevie Ray, really good.
What are you doing to me, man?
Yeah.
That's all
actually, honestly, believe it or not, when Dory Jr. was the NWA international heavyweight championship, he wrestled Terry one time. They ever went head to head. 40 minutes, Dory wins.
I remember the Matt Jeff Hardy match in One Mania was actually pretty good, if I remember.
Yeah.
But hey, it's gonna happen,
right?
And Gunther fucking rocks still. So I know, shocker.
Yeah.
He's lighting this motherfucker up with chops. Oh, it was so
Flash Funk versus Terry Funk.
I wish you had the clip to play. All right, so I fucking love that so much. Rampage.
Yes, Rampage.
Sammy Guevara, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
So the clip came out last week after Dynamite aired because Rampage was taped right after. Sammy hitting a 450 and just creaming Jeff Hardy's
slides
face.
off his knees a little bit. Looks like he was trying to pull back to protect himself a bit, and instead shatters Jeff Hardy's nose.
Everybody immediately, and it looked this way. He knocked out Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't knock him out.
No.
Concussed him.
Or
no, didn't concuss him. Broke his nose.
Right.
Splattered his nose.
They immediately take it home. Blood on the mat.
Yeah, so the match on TV is definitely cut.
Yeah.
Because during the, somebody did the live footage, the doc's in the ring checking on Jeff, which is smart. It's what you do.
Absolutely.
Oh, you sound awake.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Sorry.
So
I want to talk about this match really quick, though.
Okay.
Why is it no disqualification? Just to hide Jeff Hardy and some stuff with some gimmicks?
I guess so.
All right. Also, commentary really hammers home that Sammy Guevara idolized Jeff Hardy growing up. Is this something we knew before, or they make this up for this match?
No, this is something that's known.
All right.
Sammy's put up a picture of him as a kid meeting Jeff Hardy and stuff.
Okay.
His gear with the Hardy rips on it and shit, like Jeff's or bands or whatever.
Okay.
So this also they cut from this match was Matt Hardy in the ring afterwards and giving Sammy the business, flipping him the birds, doing stuff. So also cut.
Is that real? That a shoot?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, brother.
Yeah.
But
all I'm saying is if this here's the thing. Sammy is what he is. They've given him 1.5 million fucking shots and he blows it or the fans aren't into it. And he's got a decent track record now of hurting people, screwing stuff up. But whatever, I'm not safety policing.
Oh, this is the second Hardy brother. He's
right. But I will get mad if AEW decides that this needs to be Matt Hardy versus Sammy down the road to avenge his brother's exploded nose.
Just let it go.
Because Matt Hardy is fucking terrible.
Yeah, there's a reason Matt hasn't been working.
Terrible.
So after the match, Will Hobbs jumps Sammy.
I'm good.
What was that?
I'm good.
Oh. Did you...
Sorry, I was trying to say it without my mouth moving.
Oh, okay, good. All right, perfect. I'm so happy you picked up on it then. The audio flub on this show.
Not since Madam Web.
Nope.
Actually, this predates Madam Web.
I don't know, though.
Same day.
Madam Web came out on the 14th. This aired on the 16th.
But it was recorded on
the same day that it was released.
On Wednesday. Recorded Wednesday.
Wow.
So 80-yard Thursday. So this is...
AEW was already taking the influence of Madam Web.
Already trying to ladle the warmth from Madam Web by having 80-yard without a mouth moving.
Dude. Oh, my God. Nace went and saw Madam Web.
Oh, yeah?
He said he went with his family.
Okay.
He's like, it's better than I thought it was going to be because he doesn't really care about comic books.
Right.
But he said, he goes,
not like us, right?
Yeah. They're like us comic guys. Yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
Comic guys. Yeah. Wrestling.
Yeah. We went to a Comic Con on Saturday, Sunday.
Sadly did.
Sure did.
Yeah.
And he even said, he goes, what the fuck was that performance by the dude who played Ezekiel?
Right. Terrible. His mouth doesn't move.
Yeah, his mouth doesn't move. And just like here.
Just like Hobbs.
Will Hobbs,
I'm going to get you, but that mouth ain't moving.
No, he's like hovering over Sammy. And you hear over the TV, "I'ma get you,"
Mm-hmm.
in Will Hobbs' voice. Will Hobbs' mouth ain't moving.
He said it earlier.
Uh-huh.
He didn't say it there.
I hate that shit.
Really
Come on,
silly.
guys.
Really silly.
Like, clean
Listen,
it up.
here's the thing. Maybe they were like, you know what? We could fix this.
We're just not
But
gonna.
we saw Madam Web.
This is a new hot trend.
Right, and Madam Web is going to be the number one movie ever. Number one movie in the world, in the galaxy, climbing the charts. Webheads Unite.
Oh, yeah,
Did
we're
anybody
united,
look? Maybe
alright.
Will Hobbs had webs carved in the back
Yeah,
of his
yes,
head.
he has webs caved into his head.
Carved in the back of his head and his hair.
Yeah.
Maybe this was just his homage to his dude Ezekiel.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hate when that happens.
Phantom,
so.
I'm going to get you.
And I think Joe pointed out, he goes, yeah, Rampage seems to be their post-production, we don't give a fuck show.
I don't give a fuck about that show at all.
I hate it.
There is no collision this week.
Yeah.
And this is the Rampage they give us.
Yeah. What do you think of Mox and Claudio's promo?
Exactly what I was thinking. Funny.
Yeah.
You know, being baby faces, I don't know, whatever. I too think about his wife's glutes.
His face was perfect when he said
Yes.
it.
So we get
Oh, no.
So like before this, we get like a bunch of promos. It is promo week from AEW hard.
Uh-huh.
But Private Party has a promo before this.
Yeah, dude,
With-
I'm good. I'm straight over here, brother.
It's not good.
Yep, it sucks. Sucks real bad.
Like
Yep, no thanks.
it's really almost painful to watch. And then what they name the security guard?
Don't even
Like
remember.
pineapples, milkshakes, something. I don't know.
Milkshakes.
Wasn't pancakes. I'll tell you that much.
Tooey.
But yeah, what a like AEW just trying this thing again. I guess maybe with people coming in, you're like, you know what? Let's get these people. Let's see what we have. Let's assess the situation. You know, it's like let's pretend let me pick a football team, a shitty football team. You're the New York Giants, and you're not making the playoffs. Already decided by like the 10th game of the season. So you're like, I'm just gonna put in whoever. And we're going to see if they're worth re-signing. Like, we're going to put the special teams guys in as wide receiver and just see if something fucking sticks.
I'm going to put Tommy DeVito in there.
Right, and then you put fucking Tommy DeVito in there. The fucking...
Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets.
Boy, that really swept the nation for 2 weeks.
Sure did. A lot of people paid a lot of money to that dude for the fucking payoff,
Yep.
right? That worked out.
My brother-in-law's mother had a Tommy DeVito shirt.
Of course.
I was
Why
like,
not?
Jesus, what are we
Three
doing?
weeks in the NFL is absolutely worth
Yep.
getting commercials, sponsorship deals, and selling merchandise.
When he got benched on Christmas, she was
Yeah.
devastated.
Fucking grifters, man. Just amazing. I wish I had the ethical collapse to be a grifter like so many fucking people are. I can sell fucking gold shoes. But anyway.
Sure can.
But yes. All right. So let me continue fucking promo week here at AEW. After the Mock Claudio thing, we get Renee interviewing the Outcasts.
Oh, was this the knifey spoony?
How dare you?
The knifey spoony.
How dare you take a beloved thing like oh, I've seen you've played Knifey Spoony before and put it in that dullard's mouth.
Well, she's smacking Saray on the titty.
In the titty. I don't want any of this on my TV. I'm going to bitch more about the Cool Hand Ange stuff later.
Oh, no.
Garbage. Listen, I'll look at Harley Cameron. They're making sure that we look at Harley Cameron. But god damn it. No.
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 Okay.
Not allowed.
Knifey spoony.
Knifey Spoony. All right. Where are we at? 6-man tag? You got anything about this 6-man tag?
Nope.
You know nothing about Hit, Romeo Cruz, and Shimbashi?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it goes under 2 minutes for the Von Erichsen, Dustin Rhodes.
How the
squash
fuck are
those
you going
guys.
to have him come out to just Dustin's theme song?
Right.
You ain't going to play Stranglehold?
Nope. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. You're not giving Ted Nugent any more money.
Fuck that. That riff is sick.
It is sick. Then we get the Tony Storm interview where she stretches Mariah May.
Okay, I like
Nobody.
this.
I like it too. Nobody likes a drama queen. This is at
She
least
tells
good.
somebody to piss off.
Yeah. But, like, again, like, even on Dynamite, and people were talking about shortages. This was last week. I don't know what the fuck the problem is, but, like, promo, interview, promo.
I'm all right with that
tough.
for Rampage.
It's tough.
There's no problem with
Yeah.
that on Rampage.
So we get Queen Amanada, Anna Jay, which I think was a good match.
It was a match.
It's a good match for the people in it. It's all subjective. Anna Jay does things to my brain when she's on television.
Okay.
It makes me ponder equations.
That's a way to put that.
But I have a lot of Amanada praise. I think she looked good in this match. I like her big overhand double chop. I think she did a great face wash in this match. I like the ducking headbutt for the win. That's all cool. I love the finish. I like the match. And then she gets the graphic online. They didn't show it on TV. They should have shown it up on TV. But whatever. Good for her.
I thought it was awesome.
There was a piece with her and Renee online.
Yeah, Renee's doing like a new interview series.
And that's super cool. I like Amanada. Good for her. Get signed. Get that money because you are good. You've put on good shows in this. And this is her first win in AEW. She's won a couple in Ring of Honor. I like this. And Anna Jay is a stalwart there. She's not going to lose anything from this. Not that she's winning any matches anytime soon. Not that she's a great wrestler. She just happens to have the best wrestling gear in all of AEW. So give the new kid a little bit of a rub here.
Used to be better.
Used to be better.
Used to be better.
I don't know. It's still, I don't know. It's like back to the way it was. What used to be better about it?
At least,
No? I don't think so.
Used to be a little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, all right.
The main event, who did Willow beat? Did she wrestle?
No. That wasn't the main event at all.
Oh, no? That's the last thing I have on my... Oh, yeah.
Willow's mad that Stoke cheated for her. That was the interview.
Who did Willow beat, though? When did that happen?
It was just an interview.
Oh. Are you sure?
Maybe?
I thought Willow wrestled somebody.
I don't have any notes. Did we all forget about this?
Hold on. Hold the fucking
Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
It
was last week she wrestled somebody. That's when Stoke cheated for her, and this was the week where she yelled at Stoke for cheating.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll just take your word for it
That's
instead
fine.
of looking.
Whatever. And then Renee interviews Ruby and Ange. And again, I don't fucking care. I don't care that they're dating. I don't care about this backstage shit. Like you're not having either of 2.0 guys wrestle. At least Daddy Magic is on TV with Garcia.
Yep.
But like you're just doing this weird soap opera dating angle against with a wrestler I don't care about in backstage segments. I do not give a shit about.
Yeah, brother.
Not a single fucking one. The main event though is the 12-man tag
of the
Bang Bang Scissor Gang versus the Dark Order and the Jarrett Junction.
Sure.
It is almost nothing to talk about.
Yep.
I will tell you that Billy Gunn goes almost nose to nose with Satnam Singh, and Satnam does not look that big against Billy Gunn. Not because Satnam's not that big, but because Billy Gunn is that big.
And because Billy Gunn had a Hasbro.
Right. It's just a house show schmaz kind of main event. Billy gets the pin. I'm glad that he's like working with his kids again. Like him and his one kid hit the 310 to Yuma.
Yeah,
it's like good for Billy. I know that the angle and the
Billy
storyline and whatever.
A back bump on that, though.
Right? But it's nice that I'm sure he's very happy to be in the ring with his kids again and whatever. But we do get a tease of Jay White versus Jeff Jarrett in this match.
Okay,
and I want that as a singles match. Listen, I've been enjoying AEW. Right? I think we both have. I think a lot of people have. But I'm going to say that Jeff Jarrett hasn't been on TV in a little while, and it does hurt the product a little bit.
You've come around.
So, but that's the end of Rampage.
Yeah, so let's go to Dynamite.
On to Collision.
No Collision.
Dynamite. To continue promo and interview of the week.
Yeah, and Tony Khan put out a tweet before the show saying a lot of people were unavailable.
Yes.
Due to injury. Okay. Said this is probably the worst it's been since COVID times.
All right.
So
who's injured? Just people like mildly banged up,
I guess.
All right. I saw that Eddie Kingston's working out with Cesar Bononi.
That's fucking
in
awesome.
Florida now, so let's get Eddie fucking jacked to the gills. Watch out then.
Chicken and rice.
Eddie, get Eddie on that fucking chicken and rice. Get him jacked to the gills, and then see who's going to tell him no.
Let's go. Blackpool Combat Club versus FTR.
Yeah.
To start the show.
Yes.
I mean, it's the best match on the show.
Yeah, by far.
Like,
no
easily.
competition.
Dude, Cash Wheeler, what the fuck got into him?
Well, he's got to get all this shit in before he goes to jail.
He was
a gun and
throwing bombs last night.
Got to cement that legacy.
I was like, hey, man, you're working snug.
Right.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Before it's the new FTR with Dash Feeler.
Feeler.
They got to get it, when he gets fucking Dennis Condrey out of this group.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is Stan Lane. Maybe FTR Bolt just brings in Stan Lane as his tag partner.
I'm not opposed.
He's the only wrestler trained by Ric Flair.
It's true. Sweet Stan. And I thought this match was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
I like the draw finish.
Good draw.
I don't like that they used it twice in like 3 weeks. So.
Right, they've been using it a lot.
Use it, don't abuse it. Okay?
Absolutely. That is a rule for life.
Yeah. So
That's drugs. That's your wee-wee.
Your wee-wee.
And that's draws in professional wrestling. Those three things specifically.
Your wee-wee.
Use it, don't abuse it.
And a little bit later in the show, they show them FTR's getting interviewed, saying, we got to run this back. Revolution's coming up.
Right.
Bullet Club, Blackpool Combat Club interrupt them. They were just screaming at each other. So I'm wondering what the stip's going to be. It's got to be announced this week, you'd think.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 falls? What are you thinking?
I don't want that.
Okay.
Street fight.
Let's
do a street fight.
Yeah, they do a lot of those, though, too.
Yeah, but...
Well, I don't know, though. Because Sting and Darby's going to be like tornado rules at the pay-per-view, which is essentially the same thing.
Dude, have this kick the show off, and then by the time Sting main event, you'll
Tag Team Iron Man match?
I don't want that.
No.
That's going to take up a chunk of the card.
Okay.
I don't know. They'll figure something out.
They will. Tables, ladders, and chairs. First blood match.
Submission match. There you go.
FTR known for their submissions.
Yeah.
John Moxley is known for his submissions now.
And Claudio's been throwing the choke, and
right. You can tap out from
Bald has been throwing the sharpshooter. So there you go. There's your submission match.
All right,
book it. Orange Cassidy, Mike Bennett is a thing that happened.
Renee interviews OC.
Yeah.
The OC has a minimal medical clearance.
Sure.
But yes, OC Bennett, it was fine.
Yeah.
I think this was supposed to be Trent, but Trent didn't get cleared.
No, Trent's not cleared.
So OC had to step in here.
They again, graphics department, this ain't that fucking hard.
Yeah.
During the opening match, they showed a graphic for Orange Cassidy, Mike Bennett.
Right.
And then they go backstage and said, okay, well, I guess it's going to have to be Orange Cassidy.
Right.
Just clean that up, man. Come on.
Somebody pay attention.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing in this match, and what everyone is sort of confused about, and I'm sure you are as much as I am, is that OC gets in trouble from the United Kingdom. The
United Kingdom.
They said that last week, too. What do they call Undisputed Kingdom.
Hey.
Yeah.
This group sucks.
It stinks. It stinks out loud.
It's not good.
What a disaster. This whole, it's unrecoverable.
Yeah.
Walk them away. And they're gonna have Roddy beat OC. I had an idea for this belt, which is what it should have been. Not that this is an original idea in any way. We'll talk about it in a second. But like the weirdest thing about this match is that Jake Hager makes the save for OC. Is it because he looks like stretched OC? Like I don't understand.
Very weird. But then they were in Oklahoma.
Is he an Oklahoma boy?
Yeah, Hager went to Oklahoma. I think he was a national wrestling champion in Oklahoma.
Did he play football too?
I don't know if he played football.
Oklahoma.
I know he wrestled.
I know he was a wrestler. Yeah.
But
he has to be with those long arms. He's got weird long arms.
He's a big dude.
He is a big dude, yeah. And he's undefeated in MMA because he just hit everybody in the dick and went to no contest.
I ain't lose.
No, it's true.
So that's why he made
okay.
Because I think he wrestles Roddy on Rampage.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
So
what else?
Weird when it happened, though.
Yeah, weird thing. But whatever, that's fine. Bizarre. Yeah. But yeah, that but here's for the international championship, that's what they're called. Here's the thing, it's not an original idea. I'm sure many people have talked about it. We might even have talked about it here ourselves. But like OC's had this unlocked for a long time. They're definitely working the angle of like wearing him down again for Roddy to beat him. And like listen, I think if the UK got over and people were interested, then you have Roddy win and whatever. But I just think this is dead in the water already. So I don't know that you have OC lose. I still think they're going to. But realistically, with OC's giant run that has happened, 2 runs, but one giant run essentially because it was very little in between when Mox won it.
Yeah.
Take this belt. You know, the TNT title's also on lockdown. You could do this with either one, but I like it for the international title because put it in the mid-card and get your Hechiceros, your Vikingos, your international talent, and your smaller flippy-doo guys in AEW, and trade this fucker like either the Cruiserweight, WCW Cruiserweight, or the WCW TV title.
Or what they were doing with the TNT title.
Which they don't do anymore. But like that, the Cruiserweight title and or the TV title when like Jericho started going after it and all that sort of stuff, would change hands on nitros and shit.
Sure would.
Like it would happen at pay-per-views, but it would also just happen in a mid-card match on Nitro. But you would also have really good matches that were relatively low stakes. Nobody ever expected Super Colo to beat Ultimo Dragon or Rey Mysterio for the belt, but they would still have fun. Should have.
Master of the Funk.
But really fun matches with the belt on the line. And that title was one of the most fun to have. And now with the OC having it this long, let's have them lose it and let's just trade it around a little bit. Let's make it a little fun.
Shuffle.
Make it a little fun.
I'm with that.
Even if it's just I don't give a shit. Maybe you think it's lessening the belt, not you, but you know what I mean. Talking to the greater wrestling fans and audience, but put it on a guy like Vikingo. Get Vikingo on a trip here for 3 weeks. Have him wrestle 3 matches, 4 matches. Give him the belt. Have him wrestle 3 or 4 matches and lose it on his way out the door to somebody else, and just run it in and out like that. And just have fun with these things. Surprise some people and highlight some of these guys you're bringing in that you ultimately have lose every time.
Yeah.
A guy like Hechicero, who was super fucking talked about, just lost every time he showed up on fucking AEW TV. So let's have a little bit of fun with a belt here somewhere. And the TNT belt was supposed to be that, their TV title, but that got locked down. That just this whole sad history of that fucking belt. And Christian's doing good things with it.
Yeah.
But it's also locked down.
Sure.
So let's get this international title some international flavor. And let's start twisting some shit in the wind here. Let's see what happens.
I like that. You know what I don't like?
What don't you like?
Ric Flair showing up being all sad because I was supposed to be a part of this more.
Right, yes.
Then he goes to the Young Bucks office.
Well, but he also pulls up before Ange and Ruby are done talking about their fucking date, which I do not give a fuck about. She looked good in that dress, though. But, who gives a shit?
The best line came from Taz. What, you got a lift? Cheap ass.
Right. And then the limo pulls up and says, is this for me? And he's like, no, I don't know who that is. They leave. And it's sad Ric Flair going to the Young Bucks. Because it's Ric Flair. We live in a world where Ric Flair is contractually obligated, genetically obligated to turn on Sting.
He's gonna.
But it's gonna be the old double turn.
There you go, Flair.
Dirtiest player in the game. The Young Bucks are gonna have to learn a fucking lesson here.
Damn right.
I think this is a good way. I don't know if they're gonna do this. Who knows? But this is a good way to help Sting and Darby retain those titles at Sting's retirement and have them retire champion,
and then do a tournament.
Right? And you have
big old tag
instead
tournament.
of just doing Sting's unfucking beatable. The Young Bucks can't even beat him. What's the point? Have the Young Bucks.
Flair finally helps him.
Right. You have the Bucks trust Flair, and Flair's like, I'm the dirtiest player in the game.
Yeah.
And his last gift to his friend Sting is making sure he retires as champion.
Let's go.
I think that's what you have to do, right?
I think I agree with you.
I did see too. Kevin Nash came out and said because of his Legends deal, he can't be there.
So WWE won't let him be
Right,
there.
because of his Legends deal.
Yeah, he asked if he can go.
Right.
That's lame as fuck.
It's lame as fuck. I think
I thought shit was changing.
with a guy like Sting,
you
let whatever Sting
for the
want,
way you fucking treated him.
Absolutely. And I don't even think he can be backstage to be there with him. I'm sure AEW would want these guys on TV. Everybody would want there on ringside watching it, right? But for a guy like Sting, you let whoever you know what I mean. When Keiji Muto requests to wrestle Nakamura, you let him go.
You let that happen.
I think you let Nash ain't cut a promo. Nash ain't doing.
He's
doing
just
any
showing
of
up
that
at
shit.
ringside.
Right? You're gonna put his name on the fucking marquee. But these are guys who are important to Sting's career and should be there.
I agree.
And I'm sure we're gonna get everybody that you possibly fucking can is going to be ringside for this, or ramp, or wherever, or after the match they're gonna get in the ring and hold them up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cry already, honestly.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see anybody possible, right? I don't know who it can be who's not under Legends deals. It stinks that they're not gonna let anybody under Legends deals go. Maybe it's just a Nash thing because of his name. I don't know.
I just think it's a Legends deal thing.
But that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's lame.
It is Sting transcends your shitty wrestling company.
Sure does.
And I mean that to AEW and WWE. Sting he transforms the industry, and he transcends wrestling and your company.
I wonder if
he's that big of a
Bret
star.
Hart will be there.
Legends deal.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck at all, right?
He don't care.
Right, I mean, his
Foley,
legend deals
he don't give a fuck.
His legend deals on thin ice because he was just like, why the fuck would I care about Vince McMahon's feelings?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, Hitman, Foley would be cool. Like, sadly, a lot of those dudes ain't alive either.
No.
You know, but, like, I'm sure we'll get, like, maybe Jake will come out and be there,
Yeah.
you know. But, like, there's a lot of dudes, you know. I mean, Sting, you know, it'd be great if they flew in Muda. Like, you know, because Sting was there for him.
We're gonna cry anyway.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's, there can even be some guys that are, like, not as related, but can still, like, get, like, a Magnum TA, you know, kind of thing.
What if Triple H shows up?
That would be insane. But I'm trying to think, like, you know, Luger, like, I would hope.
I don't know. I know he's in a chair.
He's in a chair,
but,
sure.
You know, he can still
accommodate.
show
But
up.
again, all these guys have legend deals.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But man, Sting RoboCop should be there. He's not under a legend deal.
Fuck yeah, RoboCop better be there.
RoboCop should second him to the ring. Really,
I agree 1,000%.
But it'll be really interesting to see.
I hope.
Dally.
Yeah, for sure.
Dally's gonna tell the same DDP story he always fucking tells.
I wonder if Goldberg would be there. That could be a possibility.
If Bret Hart can't be.
Well, yeah, that's true. I would like. I hope. Yeah, we'll talk later.
Okay.
Daniel Garcia.
Yes.
So he's taking the place of Copeland in the TNT title match.
Yes.
Because Copeland's hurt.
Is he hurt?
They say he's a little banged up.
Not the neck though, right? Just a little.
Well, he got laid out with the concerto.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Remember?
So they're
storyline.
Right.
But Garcia gets now.
But is he actually hurt?
I don't know.
Okay. Here's okay.
Yeah, but he gets the match at because Copeland beat him.
Yeah. Right.
But now Garcia gets the match at Revolution.
That match has potential to do some stealing. People better watch out on that match because Christian's going to help this kid look like $1 million fucking bucks. Christian's one of the best things they have going on the mic and in the ring.
This
promo. This is going to be sneaky.
Christian's promo.
This is going to be fucking sneaky. Where he doxes Danny Garcia's mom.
That promo just talks about his dad. And I love Garcia, though, showing fire. He's like, come down to the ring and I'll put you in the ground right next
to my dead father.
That was so
incredible.
So
That's it. That line is in my notes.
Yeah,
what an
dude.
incredible line that was.
Yeah.
Garcia is great. Not a known promo guy. This was very fucking good.
Yeah.
Christian just kills it. Just your mom at this place? Was this your dad? Like all that shit.
The rehab job they've done with Garcia.
Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Absolutely. And then Daddy Magic with the save.
That was
the
great.
Odds.
Yeah.
So I do, if I'm AEW next week go home show, I do Danny and Daddy Magic versus Nick Wayne and fucking Luchasaurus.
And Daddy Magic's going to get murdered.
Yeah, right. Or get Christian in the ring, but that's not going to happen before the pay. Yeah, that match, I'm telling you, sneaky match. People better watch that match on that fucking pay-per-view because they can steal.
Yep. Tony Storm squashed a lady.
We had the promo for the main event before that, and RVD is just like not giving a shit, and it's hilarious. And he's like, "Oh, what?" You know, like Heyman's like, "What's your problem?" He's like, "Oh, what?"
He just wanted to hang out with Prince Nana. He's got that good shit.
Right. It's just RVD being fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah, RVD rules.
The best. The Tony Storm woman, Sydney something. I don't even have her name, and they blinked it so fast. That was a squisher.
Yeah, and then followed immediately by Deonna Purrazzo, Madison Rayne.
Brother.
Madison Rayne braining herself.
So,
I don't know who fucked up what.
So I do.
The match sucked out loud. When I saw the graphic for it, I went, ugh.
So I do.
This is gonna suck.
I have a pretty good idea about it. And Madison Rayne's the one who's supposed to be like running your women's division, so this isn't a great sign.
She's a coach, brother.
But Deonna comes out before Tony leaves the ring, doing a little American Dragon business there.
She was doing the dragon stuff, huh?
So I think this was just supposed to be like a flatliner, Russian leg sweep, whatever. But I think Madison Rayne thought it was going to be a standing Spanish fly. Brother. And tried to front flip, but when your arms are on the shoulder and you ain't going...
It was real bad.
It's real bad. It's real bad. I found a still of the impact today. It's real bad. But my favorite thing about it is that not only was that real bad, it got ran back as the move of the night.
When that happened, I started
Was it like
dying.
TurboTax. TurboTax's move of the night, which begs me to ask you.
I was cackling.
Do they pre-plan what's going to be that?
You would think, right?
They're just like, okay, this spot is going to be the move of the night?
You would think.
What a bad fucking strategy that is. One, putting it in this match, and two, she almost kills her.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Like, Madison Rayne had to go on Twitter today and be like, I'm okay.
And I saw she's like, hey, for all you people that have never been in a ring, thanks for giving your opinion.
Right. Well, I've been in a ring.
Been in a ring.
I've been in a ring. I have back problems to show for it. But, yeah.
Listen to you, grizzled old vet.
Right. Insane that they ran that back. Like, shit happens. I don't care. It was a miscommunication. Madison Rayne in that ring a whole bunch. Who knows how often she's ever worked with Deonna. Shit happens. It looked dangerous. It sucks. Hopefully you'd want to be better. You're communicating a little better in the ring. But to run it back as move of the night is
certainly a choice.
It is a remarkable decision whenever it was made. And also, can't you cut shit back? Can't Tony gonna be on the horn and be like, hey guys,
don't do that.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Don't run it.
After the match, Tony jumps Deonna.
Yeah.
Puts her in an ankle lock and won't let go.
Yes.
Showing a little vicious side, I guess.
Absolutely.
Sting promo after this.
Brother, what a Sting promo.
Yeah.
Lots of people talking about it. Lots of people also, listen, bad opinions saying Sting, not great talker. I disagree.
You're out of your mind if you think he's a bad talker.
Right? Not an all-time talker. Like, not on my list of all-timers. But Sting's
a hell of a promo.
Sting's a good fucking talker. He comes from the era where you had to be, right? But this is like quiet, like focused, like purposeful,
loved it.
Sad Stinger because his dad passed away, and like this is like the first time like this promo is like, oh, maybe Sting isn't immortal, like maybe he is just a man, and they're like, no, he's not. He's fucking Sting. But crazy good promo, chill inducing. Like I would be terrified to step in a ring with this man now.
I
Stinger.
love the line where he says, you know, you two better be ready for a fight because I'm bringing everything I got left. Right there, just,
he can't lose that match.
He can't fucking lose. He's going to.
I was saying to Dave the comic shop, like, I was like, I don't want him to lose. He can't lose. But here's the thing. He's like the last of a generation that we have in the ring. And what did those guys do on the way out?
Yeah, you always put
granted,
stare up at the lights, man.
Granted, the Bucks don't need it. They don't need a fucking rub in any way.
They don't, but they do the time-honored tradition.
But Stinger's from that generation where I don't see him wavering on not looking at the lights because that's what you do on your way out.
Absolutely.
It is the right thing to do on your way out.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
But man, I hope he wins. Well, we're just...
It's going to be House of Tears anyway.
Right, absolutely. That's guaranteed main event too, right? So
it has to be.
Yeah.
Wardlow cuts a promo.
Crazy. And I said this was like a week of promos in AEW, and it was, but there were some good ones. So I'm not saying that like it does make for a weird show that I didn't necessarily like, especially 2 weeks out from a pay-per-view.
Yeah. I liked
but some of these promos are very good.
I think our friend Mike said he's going to have to go take a nap after this because that's the 4 years of promo like built up just right there. And now, okay, I need to go recharge.
The best promo of Wardlow's life
easily.
Will probably remain the best promo of his life.
Yeah.
So it had a point. The only thing better is that original vignette where he got stabbed in the shoulder while he was walking
I still want to know what happened to that open wound.
Right? Walking Anna Jay to her car and get stabbed in the shoulder.
A giant open wound.
Who knows? But really great promo, like pissed off, like looking like, like almost a little like sort of all of us looking at it going like, yeah, you're saying these things, but you're also saddled with these fucking idiots that just want to, if you're going to win a belt, you've already said you're going to give the belt over to Crippy Boy.
Well, Adam Cole said that.
Well, that's true. But still.
Yeah. I still don't see him winning a world title.
Yeah. No.
Wardlow?
No.
I don't see it.
Time has passed. The company's grown too much. I don't know that
too
Wardlow,
much stop start.
Yeah, I just don't know that he has all the tools they're going to need to win a world title when the top 10 guys in the company are like Okada, Mox, Ospreay, Swerve, Dragon. Like, where do you fit in?
Yeah.
Right? Even guys that can elevate in like a Ricky Starks, like, where do you fit in? It just doesn't.
Yep.
But I do love the fact that he said, everybody says that the rocket ship was strapped to me. Well, it must have been strapped upside down.
Yeah.
Great line.
Good line.
Really great line. Whoever's writing for him, real good.
And they don't describe what it is, but at the pay-per-view, we're getting Meat Madness.
Yeah, Meat Madness. I've had a Meat Mountain, and I've seen Reefer Madness.
Yeah, you have.
I think that's the kind. It's half Reefer Madness, half Meat Mountain from Arby's. I imagine it's going to be a Haas Battle Royal of some kind.
I'm down.
Right? Miro needs a pay-per-view payday.
If Miro's not winning, he ain't doing that. Are you kidding me?
But we'll get
Let that guy's contract
right.
expire.
We'll get
What
what's
a
his name?
fucking
What a waste. We'll get the guy
Hobbs.
You'll get Hobbs. You'll get the dude from Workhorseman. What the hell's his name? Roy Nelson looking motherfucker. JD Drake.
The two Iron Savage
Iron
guys.
Savage guys. Yeah, just
Whoever's a big man.
right. Just big meaty meat.
Maybe Lance Archer.
Yeah, probably Archer to lose again.
Yeah. There's a little promo. They show the preview video for Ospreay, and then they show, dude, Takeshi's looking handsome.
Looks great in this.
He
thing.
looks
hair
jacked.
down, arm out. Yeah,
And I love the line of Sammy Guevara, "You little cuck."
Yep.
I don't
Insane.
know why. When people say "cuck" on wrestling,
It's
it
insane.
makes me giggle.
Yes.
And
And it's a funny insult because it does really bother a specific group of people to be called that word.
You little cuck.
Right? Like there's like it's a separate group, but like it's a very similar triggering action.
Yeah.
Like calling a like 40 or older white lady a Karen, or calling a guy in a polo with a little like leafy emblem on the shirt a cuck. Same reaction. It unhinges them mentally.
And I even like the line of, Tony Khan was over in Rev Pro. You didn't fly back with him, and that's
Right.
because we're going to get you.
That's right.
Thought that was
Yes.
very good. So
Yes.
Ospreay's going to be on Dynamite next week.
Yeah. And there's no way he
Fucking
stays
hell.
with the Callis family.
Absolutely not.
So did you see two Fletchers out because of visa issues?
Yeah, I hope they get that figured out.
Sucks.
I really hope they get that
Because
figured
red
out.
hot dude.
Yeah, he's
Great
a
wrestler.
ROH TV champ, whatever
Right.
that means at this
Yeah,
point.
well.
But,
Get him over here for Supercard. God damn it.
yes.
Gosh dang it.
Main event, Hook, RVD,
Yes.
and Hangman against Swerve, Brian Cage.
Yeah.
And why can't I remember the third guy right
Samoa
now?
Joe.
Samoa
the
Joe.
champion of AEW.
This wasn't very good.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It's a fucking mess. The Rampage schmoz was better than this.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't click for me.
Yeah.
The whole dynamic of like Hangman teaming with the good guys and Swerve with the bad. I don't
Yeah,
know. They did
it's
the double
weird.
turn, and
Yeah.
I get what they're doing. Hangman's getting to get pissed off at him. I just
Yeah.
I don't
You know
know.
who actually who this hurt the most in this match, sadly, is Hook.
for
Hook,
sure.
Hook had a hard time. And I think it's just like a lot of people in the ring. And
Fast pace,
Fast pace. He's a
yeah.
limited guy. He's got to be turning around all the time, getting ready, going after him. Moving, bumping. And he looked pretty rough in this. This exposed him a little more than I think they wanted to.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
So, and also Taz still on fucking commentary, putting over that FTW title like anybody fucking gives a
He's
shit.
fucking Taz.
It's been an outlaw title. It's just
I
look it
love
up.
Taz.
Look it
Oh,
up.
I know he said the line too about, I'm 6 foot tall, standing on my wallet.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I fucking love Taz.
Yeah.
There was a thing with like Hangman where he hurt his ankle, but then
he didn't.
it
It was
reported
gimmick.
that
Right.
he's just working, brother.
Right.
So
And worker. Yeah,
Sure, man.
Whatever. I don't fucking know.
yeah, me neither. Well, we have to take a trip.
That's it. That's the end of American wrestling.
Yeah, so we have to take a trip, but before we do that,
Were we doing a question?
no,
When are we doing the questions?
we're
Later?
gonna do it. We're gonna do it later.
Okay, we got more questions.
Yeah.
So we're before we go to, well, we have 2 countries to stop in even.
We do.
So I guess we're going to stop in the closer one first.
Yes.
Find out where that is after the words from Terry Funk with special guest Dustin Rhodes.
More than just that, he is double tough.
2 weeks ago, I knocked Terry Funk unconscious. But he got up and he kept coming. Now last week, I damn near broke his back, but he got up and kept coming. Why? I'll tell you why. Besides the fact that he's a stupid, idiotic old fart, he still cares about what you people think. What you idiots think, all of you.
You tell him American Dream 2000.
And he'll come out here every night and he'll prove it to you. But you're nothing but ungrateful. Now, I used to do the same thing, but I came to the conclusion that, you know what, these people out here, these marks, these internet freaks, these smart cheat sheet writing, you all make me sick. Now tonight, seeing as how it's so hard to satisfy you people these days, I wanted to give Terry Funk a chance to satisfy you people. So I brought along this barbed wire, right here. This barbed wire, so that I can wrap it around his thick skull and make him bleed.
Would that satisfy you, Tony?
But you're not worth, fat boy, you're not worth the sweat on my ass.
Let the record show he was referring to another fat boy, not me.
But you're not gonna get it tonight because you people suck.
Wow.
He is bitter. Where does this all come from? Is this something he's been holding inside of him for years?
I think he's frustrated because Terry Funk won't go away, and I give the old guy
You want
credit.
some?
He is really sticking in there, and here he comes now.
Hey, Mr. Chicken. I'm talking to you, you chicken choking peckerhead. You think you're something? I say, I think, I see a chicken in the ring.
It's Funkhorn Leghorn.
You think you're so damn tough. You're just like your old man. You're an overbearing, fat, obnoxious, egg-sucking dog. I've got something for you in this sack, Rhodes. Hey, listen what I got here. I got something better. You know what I got in here? I got your baby brother in here. Your illegitimate baby brother. Your daddy's little bastard child. And I'm fixing to show it to you right now. And I don't need DNA to prove that this is your daddy's baby. He's got a fat body, just like your daddy, and his ass stinks, just like your daddy. Now, you want to have a barbed wire match? You want to have a barbed wire match? Not next month, not next week, but tonight? Well, come on. You want it? Let's have it. Well, strap it on. I'll strap it on if you strap it on, and let's get it on.
Oh. He put powder or salt or something in the face of Terry Funk and Dustin Rhodes and has gone ballistic.
Hey, we made it.
Hey,
Where are we, though?
we're in the United Kingdom.
We are in the United
sir.
Kingdom. Really quick, little housekeeping before, if you just listened to, as you did, the Terry Funk Moment of the Week. Go to our YouTube page. I've been putting them up so you can see the full video.
Yes.
This one, while great on audio form, needs the video.
Yeah.
Because there is a chicken involved.
Sure
and
is.
You need to see that. So,
I agree.
great in audio, even better in video. So go to YouTube and search We Need Wrestling, and the episodes and all. Every Terry Funk Moment of the Week is up there. Usually Terry Funk comes a couple days after the episodes drop, just trying to add a little bit of variety to the timeline there. But
I like it.
But that's it. There's a little plug for the YouTubes. But we are in the United Kingdom.
We sure are. We don't come over here often.
Not the Undisputed Kingdom. But in the United Kingdom, in Rev Pro.
Yes, Rev Pro High Stakes.
I watched one match.
I watched 3.
Wow. So I tried. So here's the interesting thing about this is that let me see the link that we had for this initially did not work for me here.
No, it didn't?
It did not. It kept
Really?
freezing. I had a really hard time.
On the...
Yeah, the one that was posted in...
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So I got really frustrated and then saw that it was on the other site at the same moment. So I
Okay.
didn't get to watch more because I didn't even know, but that like OC's on this show.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a Zack Sabre match that I would have liked to watch. But I was like, I'm doing this one. The main event's long. So I didn't go back. But I'm glad you did so you can tell me
Yeah, I
about it.
watched 3 matches. First
I'm
one...
assuming those are the 3?
No, I didn't watch
okay.
the OC match.
Okay.
I did watch...
OC was like a 7-man. That's
Yeah, I
hilarious.
watched the end promo. He just
Okay.
gets on the mic and says, "Hey, I'm going to be at Wembley,
Okay.
and tickets are on sale. So
It's a good surprise for everybody.
see you there." And he just
All right.
leaves.
Okay, I like it.
I watched Luke Jacobs,
Okay.
which, if you remember, he was in that match with Tomohiro Ishii last year, when people
yeah.
went nuts over.
Yeah, it was okay.
Against JJ Gale.
Okay.
This was another
Not
one.
JJ Cale.
No,
but
JJ Gale.
Okay.
Yes, this is another one that got repped like really high.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I'm a Luke Jacobs guy.
Okay.
He's okay.
Yeah.
I just
All right.
not for me. Match is okay, but
Okay.
I think I'm all right.
Yes.
On Luke Jacobs.
Sure.
I watched Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes.
versus Connor Mills.
Yeah.
I don't know much about these UK guys because I don't
Sure,
see them.
right.
I do know Zack Sabre Jr.
Yep, right. We've seen him wrestle a couple
This
times.
match
Couple
was
suture.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. wins.
Is his opponent like a technical dude? Like there's similar styles, or is it a...
Kind of technical, but
Yeah.
a little more brawling to it.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, man. Zach, he hits a Zach driver in this match, like murders the guy with it.
Okay,
Oh,
nice,
it was so
good.
sick.
Cool. Down. Like
Zack
it.
Sabre Jr. is awesome.
Yes, very awesome.
Main event.
Yep.
The Rev Pro British Heavyweight Champion, Michael Oku, and his challenger, one Mr. Will Ospreay.
Right. The farewell to his home promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is another polarizing one, I feel.
Super hyped.
Michael Oku
People giving it match of the year placement already.
Michael Oku wins. It goes about 47 minutes.
Sure does.
This was definitely like okay, I saw the hype before I saw the match. I don't know if it's going to live up to it.
Yeah.
For me, it did.
Okay.
I thought this was fucking fantastic.
Good. My favorite part of the show. I didn't really like this match at all, and I don't like Oku.
Why?
He...
This is your first time seeing him, I'm assuming.
No, I watched him wrestle last time. Probably like the last time we watched the Rev Pro show.
Okay.
We watched something. He is young, and he reminds me a lot of young Will Ospreay.
Okay.
Being, this is where this move goes. This is where this move goes. This is where this one does.
I didn't get that, but okay.
And he is a charisma vacuum. I think he had a goofy look on his face the whole match. I don't think he sold the weight of this match as commentary did and as the crowd loves him. I'm well aware that I could be that I'm not in the popular side of this argument. I think at best, if I'm being generous, this is a 4-star match, not a 5-star match.
Okay.
My gut wants to say like 3.5 stars. Because so a couple other things too. Ospreay at no point in this match tries to hide his spot calling.
I think that's more so camera work.
Okay.
Because a lot of it's came from the floor.
Sure, right. Still a problem. When I can hear and see you calling spots when you are as good as you are,
I'll go camera work on
it's a problem. I think Oku's strikes, for the most part, were weak. I think he's laid a couple things in, like his super kick looked really good, but everything else was a little off. and he just has this blank look on his face for 75% of this match. I think even when he just goes to play towards the crowd, he just looks at the crowd and like puts his arms out, but there's nothing here. It's blank. And I'm just like, man, like this is supposed to be this big time. This is you're his protege. This is the handoff. This is, I know you're already champion, but this is a guy like, and Will Ospreay, who I did not like for a very long time, but who I think has grown into a heavyweight and has learned a little bit more. I think even Ospreay in this match slipped back to, well, I'm just going to do crazy shit. We're just going to do shit and do shit and do shit. And people are going to love it. But, like, there's just not, like, Ospreay is selling a leg, then not selling a leg. Oku's selling, then not selling, because this is what they want to do, right? They're out there having fun. Ospreay does this with almost everybody. I think when he did this similar match with El Phantasmo, when he tried to get El Phantasmo over, that was a much better version of this match. Because Ospreay, what's Ospreay doing, right? He's trying to make sure this kid looks good and that he could do all these things that I can do. And let's when I leave, he's a bigger star, and maybe I can help him on a bigger stage here, because Ospreay is like the number 1, 2, 3 biggest wrestler in the world right now, right? He's going to show up on AEW, and their hope is that he changes the fucking game. Oku did not click for me in this match. I just think that, and maybe it's style, maybe it's British wrestling that I don't get, right? Because we don't watch a ton of it. I'm not that into it or knowledgeable of it or whatever. But yeah, I just like, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad in any way. But that the other thing that hurts it, and you said this, you see the hype first, then you watch the match, right? And if you're going to tell me this is 5 stars going on the match of the year and this and that, then like both players need to be 5 stars. And I just don't feel he was. I don't see it. I disliked him enough in this match to be, and like I saw people saying like sign him, AEW should sign Oku. Oku needs to get this, and the other thing, and I'm like, he didn't show me in this match like he can do the stuff, but there was no weight behind any of his stuff. There was no like, you know, no weight, no purpose behind a lot of the things that he did. It's not that he's a bad wrestler. I just don't think he's polished necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I'll disagree with you.
That's fine.
You know,
and watching this, I knew this is your match way more than it's my match.
God, yeah, absolutely.
Like I didn't like Ospreay when he was doing these things. Like, you know, it's even part of the reason why like I'm not like a massive Kenny Omega guy, because these guys too easily for me slip into move. And, like, a lot of it is like, okay, this is here, and you can tell that that's how they're going through it. Like, they're going through it like they're reading a bullet list of moves that they're going to hit. And I'm just like, okay.
I mean, that's what Ultimate Dragon did.
Not necessarily.
You go back, I'm telling you, go back and watch those Cruiserweight matches. I'm telling you, watch it with an eye now. Yeah. That's kind of what he did. And I love the Ultimate Dragon.
Maybe.
A lot of those Cruiserweight matches are just flip here, arm drag here, flip here. It's the same thing.
But this wasn't a cruiserweight style either. This is heavyweight guys.
But you could do the moves.
Yeah, man.
It's the same thing.
Moves don't impress me.
Yeah,
like it's just not my thing.
Like I said, I'll disagree with you on it.
When watching this, I knew you were going to love it, because this is much more your style.
Yeah, Will Ospreay's the fucking man, and I think if people don't think he's like number 1 in the world or top 3, you're fucking nuts.
I wouldn't put him top 3.
You just said he's probably number 2.
So yes, I think worldwide he's considered the top.
Absolutely,
I wouldn't put him there.
Okay.
I would put Okada over him. I'd put Dragon over him, and I would probably put Moxley over him. As far as like who I like watching and can draw from a crowd,
and it's all personal opinion. But yeah, I loved it, man. Crowd was red hot the whole fucking time. Crowd was super into it. I liked that Michael Oku did that Mad Kurtz finisher. Thought that was a nice little touch. Ospreay tapping out at the end.
That was a good touch.
Good.
The finish looked like garbage.
I didn't think it
when
did.
When he was holding that and he fell backwards and almost lost grip of the ankle.
That was the point, though.
It looked like crap. The point is to grab it and wrench it back. Everybody does that. Jericho does that. Everybody who does that leg hold does it.
When
he almost lost it.
And he's putting his leg up to push on the other leg.
It looked like crap. He almost lost that hold. I think he lost that hold.
I don't think he did, but that's okay. I love this match. I'll probably be talking about it at the end of the year. Will Ospreay's a fucking man, and Can't wait to see him.
I'm glad that it'll be on the end of your list because it will be nowhere near mine.
Good.
So we'll have
good.
different things because
Thank God.
occasionally, a lot of the times when we do those things, we're lined up so with this and this and this, which is fine. But that's good. There's a little bit of variety.
Yes,
but
I agree.
So much more your match than it is mine. It is personal preference. But I was just like, man, I just don't see it out of this kid. I don't see it.
This is probably the second match I've ever seen him in.
And I didn't see it out of Ospreay for a long time either. So this, it's my blind spot, right? I'm still not the biggest Ospreay guy, but I can see that he the things that he does, and he's this impressive guy and a moves guy and all that sort of stuff. But it's still just not something about it, and I'm not a moves guy necessarily all the time. And if I am, I think it's got to be the better at it, and I just don't know that Oku has. Doesn't mean he can't get there, because again, I missed on Ospreay, right? I didn't think Ospreay was any good at all, really. I was like, okay, he can do all that shit, but whatever. But let's see him plant his feet and tell a story in that fucking ring,
which he does
now. But he didn't then, and I think that's a little bit of where Oku is. Doesn't mean he can't get there.
Yeah,
I think he's a young man. And seemingly, by the way, commentary talks and stuff is that he's a very similar path to Ospreay and just hasn't broken out on that international stage yet.
Yeah.
So who knows what'll happen? I don't know. I didn't feel it, and it happens sometimes.
Sure. I liked Ospreay's promo after the match. Tony Khan was there.
Yeah.
Big celebration. Zack Sabre Jr. comes out and gives him a hug.
Yeah.
I thought that was very nice.
I didn't watch any of that. I didn't know that stuff afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
I watched the match from Noah's Limit Break 1 starting over.
Oh. Where do you go?
Masato Tanaka.
Oh, wait, we're in Japan now. Shh.
Yeah, versus Mohamed Yone.
Oh, yeah, people were talking about this. I didn't realize that was still this week.
It was I think it happened last Thursday.
Okay.
So it was 11 minutes. Masato Tanaka's real old, and he looks like he's probably 30.
Right,
it's still
always.
fucking go, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Noah, I try.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, do I try? But
we all do. Everyone does.
yeah, that's the only thing I watched from the show. From what I read, it was just a lot of guys in other promotions going over. So,
oh really?
Yeah, good job, Noah.
I'm gonna try. They're
Yeah.
Tui.
Stardom.
Yes.
Had a show in Corkin.
They did.
I watched 2 matches.
I watched 3, but we don't have to talk about the 8-person tag because it was fine. But
okay.
Unless you want to talk about it.
I do not.
Okay.
That's not on my list.
It is Empress Nexus Venus, the Hanako, Micah, Mina, and Xena. Shout out Xena. Versus Cosmic Angels, Tam Nakano, and Yuna Mizumori and Sayaka Koroya. It was fine, but
sure. Now that we're past that, New Blood Tag titles.
Yes.
The champs, the Stars, Hanan and Saya Ida.
Yes.
Going up against Chan Yoda and Mai Sakurai.
Yes.
I will be honest, I don't think I've ever seen any of them wrestle.
Well, that's because they're in the New Blood, brother.
Yeah, the FUNB titles.
That's right.
That match was fucking awesome,
I really
dude.
liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Saya Ida throwing lariats and then taking a shoot headbutt.
Ida's my star.
So gross.
I looked her up today. So my original note was Ida equals muscle mommy, because that's what the kids call those kind of ladies these days.
Oh yeah.
And then I looked it up, and she's 4'9".
That's fucked.
She's
up.
billed on at least
God.
on Cage Match is 4'9", so who knows? But she takes a beating in this match. She delivers beatings in this match.
The shoot headbutt.
Hannon, her tag partner, looks sloppy at times. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
But they're young. Hannon's 19. Yeah. Again, this is the New Blood, brother. But Chan Yoda with the arm trap headbutt and just that gooser that shows up on their foreheads is ridiculous.
It's so gross.
Fantastic. One of them, you keep that up, you're going to have your brain peeled out.
Mm-hmm.
Or pulled out, I guess. And then Ida does a muscle buster, but twisting, it was
almost into an attitude, an FU, attitude
it was
adjustment.
set
it
up
was weird.
with that, but she twisted out of it. I can't describe it.
I liked it though.
But it was really
it's
cool.
Different.
And then after the match, the camera zoomed in on the goosers on their foreheads, and I was like, yeah.
I posted a picture of Ida's head, and oh my god,
yeah.
just gross.
Shout out Ida, big fan. First time seeing her there.
Yeah.
So hell of a star.
Then the main event for the strong title,
Yeah.
Julia versus Natsuko Tora.
Yes.
This just turns into a brawl.
This match was awesome.
A big old fuck you brawl.
Absolutely.
You had Julia putting Natsuko Tora through a table with like a pile
Through a
driver.
Oh, that one, yes.
And the second one, though.
Actually through the table.
Yeah. Smashes a table over her head.
Yes.
And Tora's head gets stuck.
Yes.
I was like, "Oh, this hurts." When she tries pulling the table off of her head, I'm going, "Oh."
The ref has to do it.
I was like, "I don't want this."
It's like a in cartoons when they bust a painting over another character's head, you stick through it. Like somebody break the Mona Lisa, and then your head's the Mona Lisa. That's what happened here.
I was real sad about this. Julia gets her hair cut off.
So much hair.
Yeah,
Julia's gonna have
so much
weave.
extensions.
So much extensions.
Yeah.
It's all weaved and stuff. But still, like that's a lot of hair.
It's a lot of hair.
There's got to be
lose.
some real hair in there. I would think.
That was wild.
I don't know how that works. But really wild.
Yeah.
The pile driver through. I yelled at the pile driver through the table.
That was
like,
that was gnarly, wasn't it? Right?
The snap on it, because like she gets her up and just sits. Like if there was no pause, there was no like, are you in position? It was just down.
Yeah, kind of like how like Tony Storm does the Storm Zero.
Yes, and then we get the green mist.
We sure did.
Yep. Crazy.
Julia retains.
Yes. When Julia's trying to put in a leg lock, we get the green mist. Yeah, this was cool.
It's turned out into a wild brawl.
Yes, I really enjoyed this match.
Who knows where Stardom's going? They announced the Princess Tournament.
Yeah.
It's a lot of younger wrestlers in it, which they said is kind of the point.
Yeah, it's kind of the point, I think, of the Princess Tournament, yeah.
Then a lot of names missing, so...
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, April's coming up soon, so...
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Scott D'Amore and fucking what's his name?
And Rossi
starting a promotion together.
Big Rossi Ogawa.
Right.
Scott, if you see Scott D'Amore start wearing fedoras...
Oh, then you know.
You know it's on.
Right, and demanding videos.
New Japan.
Yes, New Japan.
The CMLL Fantasticmania.
Yes.
I watched 2 matches on night 6, 2 matches on night 7.
I watched one from each.
Okay.
I was going to watch, because it was highly rated, Volador Jr. versus Rocky Romero, but then I decided that I don't want to watch a Rocky Romero match.
Snooze fest.
Was it?
Yeah. It
highly
sucked.
rated, but I was like, I'm good here. I'm
Nope.
like, you know what? I love Volador.
I'm not watching a 23-minute Rocky Romero main event.
I'm not trusting you guys on telling me that Rocky Romero was good in this
Sorry,
match.
Ed. I know you love Rocky, but man. Not
So
for
was
me.
that one of the 2 that you watched?
Yeah.
Was the other one Soberano Jr. versus Templario?
Sure was.
Excellent. Good. Great. Fantastic.
Yeah. Soberano with the Dude Buster on the apron.
On the apron, and then onto the floor because they fell.
That was fucked up.
Insane.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Fucking loved it. Took poor Templario took it twice essentially.
To the point where Soberano was actually checking on him.
Right. And then he stalled by booting a young boy in the crowd.
Smart.
Because he's just trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Weird they were dressed alike, both in white. Soberano doing like a darker Soberano gimmick here, which is weird.
Yeah, I guess.
The blood from the eyes and the dark
Sure.
thing, but they're both in white and red. But these are the 2 dudes for me at least. I think you too, but like these were 2 standouts last year.
Oh, for sure.
In like because they were in the Super Juniors tournament too, or at least Soberano
They were.
was.
So yeah, Soberano was. I
so
think Templario was
yeah,
too.
so like those were standouts for us. Like these were the guys when they did this last year. We were like, holy shit! Like these guys are really good.
Yeah.
So much so that I was excited to see Soberano in Philly when we got to see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was really good. This is a good
thought
lucha
so, too.
time, fun lucha time kind of match.
Yeah, good old lucha wrestling, lucha times.
Yes.
Night 7. What match did you watch?
Also, preemptively, fuck the fan with the horn in these fucking matches.
Yeah,
I know they do it. I understand it's a tradition and a thing, but maybe don't do it in a tiny room like Kurikan. I cannot imagine the anguish the people around that human were. With his horn all the time. It hurt my ears watching it at home. I don't know, was he next to the camera? Was it Chris Charlton? Was he doing it into the microphone?
Just hitting the horn.
Wild. But yes. So, are you saying night 7?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I watched 1, so you go ahead.
I guess you watched Atlantis Jr. Hechicero.
I did, yes.
I watched that as well.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
All right.
This match is fucking great, and Hechicero needs to wrestle everybody.
Yes. Hechicero, very much the Soberano or Templario of this year.
Yeah.
The breakout. Atlantis Jr., we all know who he is. Hechicero, hot off the AW streak. He does, like, one of the first things he does in this match is a front flip into a top wrist lock. was like, that's
nuts.
insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So that was really cool. I just like watching him move, man. I just super impressed by him. I do think the finish was a little off. I didn't like just the 2 frog splashes back to back. Like okay, whatever. And again, also same thing with like Michael Oku. I'm very wishy-washy on Lucha because it's not the style that I grew up with. That I like. And again, I praise the cruiserweights in WCW. But watching it now, I'm like, oh man! Sometimes they go a little too much in one direction versus the other, and I think that's kind of what this finish was, where like it's not out of place for them at all.
Yeah, you have to remember Hechicero's not exactly like a big name,
Right, and that's the other thing too is that like
for us we're getting impressed by him,
but like he's like a lower mid card guy, in CMLL.
Although he does want to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr., which sign me the fuck up.
And I get Atlantis winning. I was just like, 2 frog splashes in a row seems a little weird of a.
I liked Atlantis' like legs, like his tights on his legs were getting ripped from all the leg work. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, it's cool. It was a very good match.
And then I watched the main event.
Okay.
Mascara Dorada versus Stuka Jr. or Stuka, however you want to say it. Mascara Dorado, he's only like 22 or 23, I think. So to give him the main event on the last night of the tour,
that's cool.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. He hits dives with ease, which is pretty cool. The crowd was in awe of him.
That's cool.
Which I thought was awesome.
Good.
We'll see how much more we're going to see these guys in AEW.
Yeah.
It was kind of a weird time to start them with AEW and then go right to like a 2-week tour in Japan where they've been off TV now.
Yeah.
So now that this tour's over, I hope they get back onto TV ASAP because the CMLL guys are pretty sick. And I hope for Forbidden Door we have some CMLL guys on there too.
I would hope.
That'd be dope as fuck.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I didn't even think about that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, have CMLL, AEW, New Japan.
Yes.
Why the fuck not, man?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
So, what were your matches? International and in America.
My international match is Julian Natsukatora. I just loved it.
Okay.
I really liked it. I thought it was crazy. I like the mist. I like the table spots. I like the hair cutting. For whatever reason, this is really silly. I like it when you're in Kurikan, when people march their opponents up to through the rafters and smash their heads off the direction signs.
Off the east side.
Yeah, the east west. I like that. It's silly, I know, but I like it. And then AEW not giving me a ton. Not giving me a ton here, AEW, this week to pick from here. Not giving me a ton. But, oh, jeez, you're really not giving. Blackpool Combat Club versus FTR is pretty much the only match worthy. Not that there's not other okay to good matches, but that's the only one that seemed elevated on any of their shows this week. So that's where that's at.
All right, so for me, international, I am going Michael Oku, Will Ospreay. Again, I thought it was fucking electric with that crowd the whole time being so into it. And these dudes just absolutely killing each other. And they both bladed, so but double thumbs up for that. And then for America, I'm going Gunther Jey Uso.
Okay, nice.
Because I thought it was a great TV main event.
Cool.
Also, AEW didn't give me much in ring to talk about this week.
Yeah.
But it was legit a great match. So, hey, you want to give me a nice Intercontinental title match as a main event on Raw? Sure, man, I'm fucking in. And I love Gunther. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, before we skedaddle, we have a 2-part question, which is just 2 questions.
Correct.
From young Mr. Sweet Ed.
Thank you, Ed.
From Hayabusa fame.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yeah.
If you could each choose another host on the soon-to-be-named network to do a show with, who would you pick and what would it be about?
Okay. I guess we're answering this.
Yeah, we
right
have
here?
to answer the first part of the 2-part question, which is just 2 questions.
Ed, just a little bit of advice. A 2-part question usually means both questions are related to one another in one way.
Ed never changed.
But we'll hash this out when we're in Philadelphia. So here's the thing: is that I've done a podcast with a lot of people on the network already.
2.
I already do a podcast with Michelle and that. and I did a podcast with Joe and Todd. Very early on, I was an original component.
Your original hero.
Which I was 1/3 of the three guys from nowhere, which some people want wiped out of existence. But I still have the Facebook page. Goddamn it, I have the receipts.
You have the login.
But that's an interesting question, Ed. I feel like you're fishing for me for one of us to say you, and that's not the answer. It's not for me. Nothing against you, Ed. I wouldn't mind bringing like a movie podcast to the soon-to-be-named network. See, that's tough though, because like Michelle and I always talk about it, but we already do a show together. So he said, but he's talking other than us. That's interesting. I don't know. I would like to do a movie podcast with Michelle, and if not that, I think, interesting. I don't know. That is because like I would do podcasts with just about anybody on the network.
Yeah.
But sort of I don't specifically a topic and stuff. Is he asking for a topic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What would it be about?
Movies. I mean, if. Oh, God, I'm going to steal what may be your answer. I don't know your answer. I would like to do a wrestling podcast with Marcus, where I show him all the Japanese wrestling he should be liking.
That's been pitched a while ago, brother.
I know. But now it's out in the ether. I don't have time to do another podcast, so don't hold your breath, anybody. But I would also...
Marcus hit my line.
I would also very happily do a comic book podcast with you. Getting into do a little Brett Reed's comics.
That would be wonderful, actually.
But again, that's time. And so... There you go. That's my kind of answer.
So I feel like I have an answer for just about everybody on the network. Me and Joe would be our WCW Worldwide podcast.
Right.
If I did one with Ed, I feel like it would have to be about some sort of wrestling, but then he could be like high and I'll be sober.
Yeah.
And I'll show him shitty hardcore bands. Okay. And he'll show me shitty K-pop bands.
Okay.
And we'll just be like,
I like it.
We both hate this.
Yeah.
What else? Dwicky's another one where I'm like, hey man, like a music podcast would be cool with him. I would talk to Dwicky
about just about anything on a microphone.
There's the church podcast, which will happen someday. Tim and Marcus, I could talk round ball with them. Everybody. I could Michelle, I would just go down like, hey, let's just talk about combat wounded veteran and how sick they are.
There you
go. Todd would just talk about, I don't know, food.
Okay.
A food cast.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese, yeah.
The blue cheese podcast.
Would pretzels go good with blue cheese? Sure. Great episode.
Thank you.
That's it.
Good night.
I would do one with just about everybody. Adam trying to convince me that Azrael's good.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun podcast. And I agree with you, like a comic book, like you're fucking walking me down. We're on the King's Road in another way.
We are. It popped in my brain. Me and Joe, and albeit I've been on a podcast with Joe, and also have been pitched to be on podcasts with Joe in the past that have never come to fruition from one way or the other. Joe is a guy who I was a horror movie fan before I met him, but he was the first dude to show me a lot of like crazier stuff that I never saw. So me and Joe doing specifically like a horror, like exploitation movie podcast. One, you probably wouldn't shut the both of us up ever, but it'd be a lot of fun, I think. Just me and Joe supposed to talking about Necromantic. The Necromantic Minute podcast. Minute by minute breakdown of Necromantic.
I would do one with Doug. About whatever Doug wants to talk about.
Okay, I like it.
The Dougcast.
Dougcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to everybody.
Doug, life coach, death coach, lawyer.
Spiritual advisor, family planner.
Right.
family planner.
Yeah.
Oh, Doug.
You may not like the plan, but he has one.
He's got a fucking plan.
He's got a plan.
I don't know, Ed. What do you want to do?
There you
You
go.
want to do? What do you want to do? Huh? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be a fun one because Ed's not a movie guy.
Yeah.
Showing him like classic movies that he's never seen.
Yeah?
That'd be
Yeah.
fun. Like he's like,
You, Ed, and Dagathur.
oh God, somebody's got to be sober out of that.
Yeah.
You'd have to produce.
Yeah. Somebody's got to keep Smith Hart in line.
Jesus Christ, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Ed, we love you, and we'll see you in like a month or so.
Something like that. Month and a half.
Little month and a half, yeah. And I can't wait.
Yeah,
and
buddy. Here's a second question.
oh yeah,
The second of the two-part question.
yeah, the 2-part question. Number 2, do you think Bad Bunny will wrestle this year? I'm gonna say no. The Bad Bunny got it out. He wrestled 1 match.
Right.
Two, 2, but it ain't gonna get any better than Backlash last year.
Right.
That was the pinnacle.
Yeah, he managed to make people think that Punishment Martinez was good.
That crowd was electric.
Yeah.
And
if they run more in Puerto Rico,
it got me
yes.
Savio Vega back.
There you go. If they run more in Puerto Rico, yes. But otherwise, I think they've moved on to the which Paul brother is it? Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That's the hot.
Listen, anytime Bad Bunny calls Triple H is like, hey, I want to come wrestle,
Right.
I'd say absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately, I don't think the Bad Bunny will wrestle
Sorry,
this
Ed.
year, which does suck.
Yeah. He was good.
I think he's dating a Jenner.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Who isn't at this point?
That's
Or who hasn't at this point?
well, hey. All right, did you buy anything this week?
Nope.
Okay, I bought that Paul Bearer Elite that you put in the group.
No, did you?
Yeah, because
Nice.
I was like, hey, this is on sale.
Yeah, it's a good price.
I almost bought like a bunch of other stuff, but I was like, hey, we're going to hold off.
Okay.
We're going to hold off till after Mania.
Okay.
Even though I really don't want to, but we're going to hold off. We're being good.
All right. Okay.
I really want that. I almost bought that cable today because I went out for pre-order because
Okay.
it's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's that was pointed out to me today that is Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cable.
Yes, I almost bought that.
Give me a BB hood to go with it, and then we'll talk.
I almost bought the 2-pack of Colossus and Juggernaut.
What a great 2-pack that is.
That's fucking incredible.
Again, the price tag though, they jack up those 2-packs, but
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, I like that Colossus is shiny chrome in that.
Yeah, I also almost bought a Uncanny X-Men Beast figure.
Okay.
It's him with a lab coat.
Nice.
That's real cool.
It's a good one.
But I was like, nope, we're holding off.
Well, and you should, if the line lasts, you should get those in the X-Men 97 line. So
I should.
Yeah.
That's the key, though. Should, because we're also getting like the Executioner.
Executioner, right? That's
over
a weird
Beast.
one. It's weird. It's odd.
Yeah, and we're getting long hair Magneto.
We are.
We're getting 2 Magnetos before 1 Beast.
That's right.
I'm alright with
It takes 2 Magnetos to make a beast. That's
sure.
simple math. That's you learn
is
that in
simple math.
algebra.
I think that's
Is that it?
Is that it?
That's it.
I think so, pal.
All right.
That's
well,
all we got.
I guess we'll get out of here then, huh?
That's about it. Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at WeNeedWrestling.com, at We Need Wrestling on the social media. We're on all the platforms for podcasts. Well, you know that if you're listening. to this.
Everywhere and everything.
We are. We're on YouTube, like I said earlier. Check that out. Ring the bell, as the kids say.
I don't say that.
Well, you're not a kid.
I'm not a child.
But do that. Review. Do the thing. Follow. I don't know. Do whatever. We're storming the UK charts of podcasting, so let's keep downloading there. United Kingdom, we're here. Even though I shat on your
I
champion,
say, even though DJ hates you,
I shat on your champion. I still love you as a country.
You think they're shite?
They're shite. But keep doing that. We're climbing those charts, and we're a proud member of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on all the social media. Soon to be named network.com, soon to be named network.tumblr.com. All the shows, we mentioned a whole bunch of them already.
Yes. Go listen to all of them.
Go listen to all of them. Longbox Heroes, At Odds with Wrestling.
Joe, have a good cruise.
Yeah, Joe's out of here. I don't know what those shows are going to look like in the coming week. I think tonight is the last time you'll hear him on At Odds.
I believe so.
Till he's back from
Cruising.
Cruising, just like Al Pacino. I think that's the kind of cruising he's doing.
Cruising USA.
But yeah, so it was a good game. But yeah, that's it, and we'll be back next week.
That'd be fun to do like a video game podcast too, wouldn't it?
We play
Just
video games?
Play with video games. Fuck it, why not?
I don't know.
Let's go play Cruising USA.
I don't have it.
We can find an emulator, I'm sure.
Oh, sure, probably.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know. I have a Mac. It doesn't really work for those things mostly. You do. You just have to do a bunch of more steps, so I just don't do it.
I am a Mac.
You are.
Return of the Mac.
Oh, well.
Oh, my God.
You're a Mac Daddy, and I'm a Daddy Mac.
What I do. What a fucking song.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds.